Hey there, it's Phoenix Amore. So yes, I wanted to do a video because I was actually glad that Azalea Banks put that video up so people could get a glimpse. I know some of the fans probably were shocked, but that is the epitome of witchcraft. And if people didn't know, now they know. I know you some of you guys didn't even have the whole concept where you really now got to see this blood and this feathers, and you're like, what the hell? That is witchcraft, brujeria, as they say. And when I talk about the one witch that came here when she went to go get something like a exorcism, however you want to say it, she went to something like a brujeria to try to get cleansed. And I'm like, blood and all that kind of stuff, no, nothing like that. But it is the reality of when I said lemonade is witchcraft. I can almost guarantee you some of the people that contribute to that are witches. Okay, so in a way, Azalea Banks showing you this is witchcraft. Look at the blood and the feathers. That is what I was saying to folks. And so some of these articles now coming out when they're like, oh, it's not, oh, you're nuts if you're a conspiracy theory about Illuminati. This is what I said to people. And this is why I like being articulate enough to say it. I said that is witchcraft. Now, do I care if it's Illuminati or if it's this or that? No. What I pointed out was something very simple. When somebody's talking about menstrual blood and all that kind of stuff, that is witchcraft. That's what I was talking about there. So now, um, the thing is, what you can do is go back to that biblical stuff. When I talked about when they said that angel of death was coming to put some lamb blood on the doorpost. Okay, now that wasn't cutting up the lamb in the closet all like that. That was just like putting that mark up. But they ate that meat. You understand what I mean? So it's kind of it was a sacrifice in that respect, but they ate that meat, right? So it does it's a thin line between some of the stuff you read in the Bible versus the witchcraft. Witchcraft a lot of times when they get to especially think about it, that one little thing, it makes a big difference when you think about lamb blood, right? The meat you're going to eat versus menstrual blood from somebody. That's witchcraft. That's that stuff. And anybody that knows Wicca and all that stuff, they can tell you that that's the stuff where they go, oh, you put a little menstrual blood in some man's coffee and it binds you. That's that binding witchcraft stuff where people are like, don't mess with that menstrual blood. So when I'm listening and did not listen. When I read that little excerpt in the lemonade stuff, I said, that's some straight up witchcraft, like dangerous. If you do something wrong with that, that's not good. So that's the thing. Um anyway, and if you read the line, it was like binding the Holy Spirit, somewhere Mr. I'm like, girl, do you know how much drama that's gonna cause? So it in essence was like trying to bind in a way, bind my menses with or whatever it said with verses from the Bible. I'm like, that sound, I don't even think they get how that's gonna blow up in their faces. But this long history of trying to label and market. So when I start talking about how annoying it is, if you see what's going on, if I make a video and I said I don't know the math, physics, here she gonna come out talking about, oh, I learned the equation. It is a pathetic attempt to continuously compete, and that is what I was pointing out before, where it's like, well, she said she don't know this, but at least I. But you can't see. So now that you said you know this math equations, please lead us and tell us what's next. Oh, that's right, you can't because you're just being petty. That is the constant theme this whole last year. Petty people trying to prove, always trying to prove they're one up on somebody. At the end of the day, two astronauts died. One that was supposed to see the damn movie died. That's very significant, okay? Oh, too bad he died. No, that's God. Like, no, he died. Sign. Climate change astronaut died. Sign. That is, in essence, again. Now, do I respect kind of telling the story about the black women? Yes. What I don't respect, it's like a lot of people right now, they're annoyed because they're like, I didn't want you winning no Oscar for that shit because some of the people you have in there all linked with Beyonce and all that kind of stuff where y'all been stealing people's creativity. And just because I have an opinion and said, well, no, just tell the story and don't get mad if you don't win an award. When I see that petty, well, I'm mad. There they go. It's because of black this and that. There's some more Hollywood stuff going on where people are watching them being petty. I don't think it's all about skin color because even me, being prophetess for real, you see how they turned it into a competition just because I had an opinion. So I'm peeping little stuff where I'm like, okay. So again, when I say T.I. was actually smart when he said, let's just chill for 2 years, that's intelligence. This other stuff, petty.